It is very, very important that all of us band together with every fiber of our being to make sure that we stand against violence in neighborhoods and find positive ways for people, especially our young people, to contribute to society and to lead productive and safe lives. I think one of the most tragic things I've heard since I've been governor is that the #1 fear of too many young boys and girls going to school in Chicago and other neighborhoods is that the fear of being shot on their way to school or coming home from school. Now, I signed a law to say that if gang members brandish a gun, they are going to do time in prison. But that prison is not enough to deal with the issues of violence. We have to get to the root causes of violence. And that is really why we're here today. We have in Illinois a Violence Prevention Authority, and I want to thank Barbara Shaw for her good work with our Anti-Violence Commission. All right, Anti-Violence Commission, thank you, Barbara. The commission that I appointed, the Anti-Violence Commission, is going to make a series of recommendations by mid-November for the General Assembly when they reconvene, and we mean business. And we really understand how important this is, that we have to take on the root causes of violence in neighborhoods all across the city of Chicago and elsewhere in Illinois. And so the program today that we're announcing, it's called the Neighborhood Recovery Initiative.
There will be 5 major components to this initiative, 5 different elements to how we will be working to prevent violence in the communities. First is a mentoring plus jobs program. Young people need economic opportunity. They need to develop job skills. They need some dollars in their pocket in order to be able to feel strong and participants and able to participate in their community without having to turn to illegal means to get those dollars in their pocket. But we also know that young people need mentoring and support and have a lot of issues. They have fears, they have depressions, they have anxieties, they have relationship issues, they have family issues, they have school issues. So in addition to providing them with jobs, by the way, that are peer leadership and peer educator jobs. So we will be training young people to be leaders among their peers and to promote nonviolence and healthy behaviors among their peers. And while they're being trained and doing their jobs, they will also get a lot of mentoring and support and social and emotional skill development. The second component is for parents. Parents are so critical in having a healthy community and in raising children and youth to resist violence. So we will also be having a jobs program for parents. We will be training parents to be parent leaders and parent educators to help other parents in the community learn how to cope with the violence in their world and help the children cope with the safety issues they face and the other developmental issues they face. So a parent leadership program is the second component. The third component is school-based counseling. The fourth element is the Safety Networks Grants Program. Many of you here are already implementing the Safety Networks program, which is a youth violence prevention effort that includes case management and after-school programming and skills development and mentoring and all those things that we know young people need. So that's a broad program that serves a number of communities in our city. And I really think you're going to be excited to hear the fifth piece. Some of you might not necessarily think of it as part of violence prevention. You might think of working with young people before problems happen. But you know what? Thousands of young people and young adults return to our communities from youth facilities and adult correction facilities every year. And they return to those communities with little support and little help. We're going to be there for them. We are creating a reentry program, in all those communities, a reentry program. We're going to build the capacity of these communities to offer all 5 of those components so that we can shore up our youth in various ways at various points in their lives.
Thank you very much, and I can tell you that as a former Chicago Public High School counselor and as the chief sponsor of the Second Chance Act that brings millions of dollars to communities all over the United States of America for this kind of effort, that this program will work.
And it's important that all of us in the community come together as a community to take on violence and have a neighborhood recovery initiative.